Okay y'all, so today we're obviously going to be doing this makeup look. This is definitely Igari inspired. If you don't know Igari, it's been around for a while, but it is Japanese hangover makeup, or at least Japan is where it originated. And this is my take on it. This isn't like a traditional Igari makeup. This is like an Igari glam. I just really love like the high blush and how it seems to kind of fade into the eyes for a traditional Igari makeup. I think it's really pretty. I just did my little glam spin on it, and I also fell in love with it because a lot of people add freckles. And since my boy beat video, I've been obsessed with putting fake freckles on my face. I have a couple of my own freckles, but I love just adding the cute ones that go across your nose. So I did that again today. So I did this makeup, and I tend to film the makeup before, like while I'm doing it, while I have the idea, and then I will take pictures and put it on Instagram and then do a poll and ask whether or not people want to see a video on it. So if you really want to be engaged about what you're seeing and what videos I do, definitely head over to my Instagram. I almost always do Insta stories polling whether or not you want to see the makeup. I do start with my foundation and concealer and powder already done, but that's it. I just feel like that's really boring to see, and I don't do my eyebrows on camera either. I just feel like it's really boring, but everything that I use on or off camera will be listed in the description bar below in case you're curious. So without further ado, let's get into this makeup. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is start with this pink shade in the Morphe 9B blush palette and start packing this onto my lid, and then I take a little brush and blend it out. I do use a lot of natural hair brushes for this look because I didn't want it to get too pigmented too fast. And a white-haired natural brush is definitely going to help you just pack on a little bit at a time, which is what I wanted. If I go in with a fully synthetic brush, it's going to put that eyeshadow or that blush or whatever you're using on at like full pigmentation, and then sometimes it can be kind of hard to blend out. Not always, but sometimes with a look like this, when you don't know like exactly what you're going for, or it's like a crazy look or very pigmented shadows, you don't really want it to go on full opacity the first time that you touch it onto your eye, because it can just be problematic and it can get out of hand too fast. So what I've been doing so far, since I've just been talking this whole time, I just take the shadow and I pack it onto the lid and then blend it up into the crease. Sometimes I have extra product on my blending brush, sometimes I don't. It just kind of depends on how much I want to be. I kind of was erring on the side of caution, so a lot of times I didn't have any extra product on my blending brush. I was just blending what was already on my lid. With a look like this, especially if this is the first time you're doing it, like it was for me, it's crucial that you just take your time. Don't try to rush it. Don't try to be a professional about it. Just take your time, add it little by little, pack it on, blend it out. 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 It's really just a bunch of back and forth. That's how you're going to get the most pigmented and most blended look possible. Other than that, it's actually very simple. We're using 3 shades today, and it's nothing but packing it on and blending it out. So I did my eyebrows off camera, and then I just take a matte white shade. You could also just take a really light face shade, or a shade that's maybe 2 or 3 shades lighter than your skin tone. I took stark white because I wanted it to really pop, and I put it on my brow bone and on my inner corner. It's still matte, it's just there to give a little bit of a highlight. Then I do the exact same steps that I did on the top of my eye on the bottom, and I use the same brushes because I didn't really care for it to be too precise. I knew that I was going to blend it out very far anyway, but if you wanted to keep it a little bit less blended out, then you should probably use some smaller pencil brushes or detail brushes if you want that look. But I wanted mine really blown out, so I just used pretty much the same brushes and just really blended it out. I don't know if I said this before, but matte shadows are really going to be your friend for a look like this. It's just going to make sure that you can see the difference in the colors since they are so close, the pink and the red. If you had iridescent shadows, at least at certain angles, it would kind of just look like one big shiny blob of red. However, if you have matte shadows on your eye, you'll really be able to see the difference between the pink and the red. It'll still look blended, but you'll be able to see that it's pink and red and it's purposeful. So then I toss on a little bit of mascara and then take this other blush. It's much lighter than the other ones and it's a little bit more on the orange or corally side, but it's still in the same color family and it's still gonna blend very well. Sorry, my dog was bumping my camera and I didn't even realize it. So right here, again, I'm just going to take it on a natural hair brush. This one's actually made for the face, but it's still a natural hair and you can see that it goes on very, very light. A natural hair is gonna hold on to a lot of the product. So if you're going to want to build up product, I always reach for a natural haired brush. If you want something to go on pigmented right away, if you've done the same look 100 times and you know the shadows that you're using or the face products that you're using, by all means go in with a synthetic brush because you know that product very well. But if you're using new products or you're doing a new technique and you don't want something to go on full pigment, then I would say either be very, very careful or reach for a natural hairbrush if you have one. I was just blending out all of the edges with no extra product on my brush, and then whatever was left on the brush, I just put on the bridge of my nose. Now here I am going in with the L'Oreal Stylist Plumper in medium and light, and I'm just adding a bunch of freckles. Just like I did in my Boy Bee makeup look, I'm adding a lot of freckles just randomly all over. I add quite a few. You don't have to add as many as me. You can add more than me. You can put them in different areas on the face if you want, up onto the forehead, down on like the entire cheek area. It's really up to you. I just really like the cute ones that go just across like the bridge of your nose. And that is one eye with a lash and one eye without. I obviously decided to put lashes on for this look, and I popped some white eyeliner. I just used the NYX Jumbo Pencil in Milk and put that in my waterline. I think that is crucial for a look like this. Then I'm taking this L'Oreal Balm. I use this in, I think, my Boy Bee as well. And I'm just focusing this on the very center of my lips and blending it out. It's still in that pink family, so this is all kind of color coordinated. Now the rest of our face is very matte, but for the lips, I wanted it to be nice and shiny, so I take the NYX This Is Everything Lip Oil, which I love so, so much, and I just slather this all over my lips. It's still gonna make sure that the pigment, that pink pigment, is mostly in the center, but the lip as a whole is very shiny. And that is a pretty trademark thing for this look, and I think it looks very, very cute. So that is the finished look. I hope that you loved this video. Definitely let me know down below if you liked it, or just give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe. I do upload every Tuesday and Saturday in case you're curious, so keep a lookout for those. I think that's all I have to say, so wherever you are, whatever you're doing, just have a good one. Bye!